audio is recording.
This Waterloo is fantastic.
Isn't it?
It's so good.
Yeah, I enjoyed it thoroughly.
Sorry, I think
They should pay you.
they should. This Waterloo sparkling water is so delicious.
So good.
Wow. I can't believe how delicious it is and refreshing.
0 calories, 0 sugar.
What?
I know.
No way.
Zero everything.
0. Well, I would say it's 100 pleasure.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, shit. I guess I didn't need the book.
Yeah.
Okay. Here, I'm gonna do this little intro song here.
Okay.
Welcome to That James with Thing. I'm your host, That. And with me are 2 people. They are my guests. Introduce yourselves.
Hello, I am Jason Westbrook.
I'm Bryan.
And what is your rank and favorite color?
Master Sergeant Periwinkle.
Ooh.
I like blue. I'm not ranked.
Periwinkle's kind of a blue, right?
Yeah, I think it's like a
It's like a
pinkish
purple.
hue?
Purple blue.
We're
We're already there.
well, I think we've broached that subject. So let's talk about that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we did bring things for you to sniff later. So
Because, I remember, like, the cardboard cut situation.
Wait, there was a cardboard cut?
Well, because I remember we were all sitting at the table, right? Like, we were playing dominoes or cards or something. And you meandered in, and you were messing with something, and, like, I guess you scraped yourself, and I think you were trying to say cardboard cut, but you were just like, it's like a cart. It's like a cart. And I was just looking, I was just like, cardboard cut? And you're like, yeah.
Was this on the same evening?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So I was having a hard time talking.
I think so.
there was words that ended in RP apparently.
So what's the deal with the purple situation? Because as I remember it, I think it might have been you. Someone handed me the wrapper for a blunt wrap and said, "Smell this and tell me what flavors are in it."
Oh,
And in my mind, because this was my first time on shrooms, I was in college. In my mind, I like named off all these flavors, and they all turned out to be right. But I'm guessing that's not what happened. So, what happened?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, when you were telling that, I had forgotten all about the whole blunt wrap situation, and that's what led to it. Like, I wasn't quite sure about it. But did you maybe say the flavor was purple?
I might have.
Maybe you were mixing those 2 stories with the carp and the perp.
Yeah.
Maybe. I swear, I thought I like named off the flavors and got them right.
Yeah, man, you nailed it.
See? So this is my endorsement. If you ever have to like guess a smell, take shrooms for the first time and you will get it right.
Well, open your mind, man.
It'll open your nose.
Yeah.
I've been able to smell really good ever since then.
Since that day?
You think it's related?
Yeah, because I've always had like some sinus problems, and I still have some sinus, just allergies, but just like such an acute sense of smell. I didn't have it before that experience, but ever since then, I've always been, I don't know, I can just smell very, very well.
Do you think the psychedelics unlocked something in
my nose?
In your nose?
Yeah.
In your schnoz?
Or maybe it's in your brain and you think that you can smell everything now. But maybe you can't.
I think I can smell. Or maybe it just like opened me up to what I was already smelling.
Right? Could be, man.
And that's the experience. You just you know, you learn what you're already smelling.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've never had that experience on shrooms.
Well, I have heard of intense psychedelic trips, you know, like more along the lines of like acid or something like that. But it's like you can taste color, or you know, you can feel sound basically, or stuff like that. You know, it unlocks some sort of
synesthesia kind of stuff.
Synesthesia.
I remember that was always like the line, like when we were kids, they'd say like, you know, acid makes you taste colors and stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
But it also makes
heard
your
that too.
spinal fluid run backwards up your spine and it's stuck in you for the rest of your life. Did you ever hear that?
I did not hear the spinal fluid thing. No.
Oh yeah.
I never heard that. I've heard the story of like someone who thought they were a glass of orange juice the rest of their life.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, like you just basically
Like those
fry
kind of
yourself
horror.
so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Thought he was glass of orange juice. I don't know how true that is. Or why the
not.
person who
Yeah,
told me
I
knew
doubt
about it. Yeah.
Press X to doubt.
I mean, just simply because of the fact that I don't know. You're not going to be a glass of orange juice.
No.
Yeah. I believed it until right now.
It literally just dawned on you that was
That was
a crock.
probably
What
not
would you?
true.
Let's say you were a glass of orange juice. What would your life consist of? Like, how would you go about your day?
I just try not to tip over, right?
I think so, probably. Yeah.
I think mine would consist of pulp.
You imagine tripping.
But
Nice one. Do you have that sound drop?
I'm sure I can get it. So what were we talking about before this? All sorts of shit.
Before we push play,
Yeah. Before record. What the fuck were we talking about?
we were talking.
You went to see Earth, Wind, and Fire?
Yeah, last night.
Tell me about it.
It was great, man. Yeah, I always sort of grew up. My parents were listening to stuff like that, and Cameo and Zap and whatnot, and my mother's birthday was on the 21st of this month, and I just so happened to be at the casino like last week, and saw that it was like Earth, Wind, and Fire, September 17th. I was like, no way.
Hell yeah.
And so, you know, she hadn't been to a concert in like 20 years, and I hadn't ever been to a concert with her, so I was like, I should do this.
Hell yeah.
And it was a blast, man. Like, everybody there was just really happy. And I was really surprised with, like, Earth, Wind, and Fire. They put on a heck of a show.
Good energy?
Oh, dude, yeah. Yeah, they brought it.
And they're not spring chickens.
No, not at all. And actually, one of the lead singers, his son actually performs with them now.
Oh, that's sweet.
That's cool.
Yeah, because there was
Yeah.
like this one guy on stage, and I was like, why is he like 30 years younger than everybody? Like, what is this dude doing?
Yeah.
And then like at the end of it, he was like, and when you got my son over here, I was like, oh, okay, rock on. But dude, they had their bassist, I swear Andre 3000 stole his style. Like,
No shit.
modeled it after him. Because he had like,
the look.
dude, yeah, he had like the pressed hair and
Oh,
everything. He had the loud pants, like
Hell
a
yeah.
wild shirt, and like sequins everywhere, and just feeling it, just grooving.
Hell
Jamming.
yeah.
But yeah, man, it was a really good vibe at that show. And that's like I've never been to a concert of like that genre before, really, you know? Mm-hmm. Like, I've dabbled, you know, somewhere close, but never Earth, Wind, and Fire, you know? That's like,
It's funk.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it was a blast. Had a great time.
And then you were recently in Colorado. You saw a show in Red Rocks.
Yes.
Who's that?
Grizz.
Who's Grizz?
Grizz is... I've always struggled, like, how to describe his music. I would say, like, electronic funk,
Okay.
I would say, kind of. He's got, like, a lot of funk elements to it. But, I mean, I guess basically if you wanted to sum it up, he's like an EDM guy, basically. But he plays, like, the saxophone. He has a full band that travels with him.
No
and
shit.
everything. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
He jams up there.
How'd you hear about Grizz? Have you known about him for a long time or something?
Dude, I think, honestly, it was just, like, through Pandora, like, I was liking some sort of other artist, and I kept hearing okay, I like this. And I thumbs it up. And then all of a sudden I was like, dude, Grizz is where it's at. And then I just went through his whole discography and I've loved him ever since.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Because his music has a lot of different vibes to it for like whatever you need, you know?
Right.
Like it's got uplifting stuff and stuff like that. So.
And you saw the show at Red Rocks, right? Mm-hmm. Was this your first time at Red Rocks?
It was.
What'd you think?
It was incredible.
It's a beautiful place, isn't it?
Yeah, like the magnitude of it was just intense. Like even just like coming up to it, I remember because I was a passenger whenever we drove up to it, and I was sort of just like doing a panorama of like the surrounding area, and then all of a sudden I saw it, and I just like felt like a child. I was like, "Oh, there it is!" Yes. And yeah, it was just amazing. Just the sights there are amazing. It's just like a feel to it, you know?
Oh, yeah.
For sure. And then, like, the only thing that I didn't do that I wish I would have is, like, explored the acoustics more there. Because I only, like, we got a spot and we just sat there. Like, we were ready to get in, get ready to go. But I wanted to be, like, in the center. I wanted to be, like, at the top. But we were, like, 4th row back on the left side.
It's a perfect place. It's, like, perfect, naturally situated acoustics. Isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Like it was, the sound quality was epic.
Have you ever been to Red Rocks or looked at pictures of it?
One of my favorite live shows by Incubus was they put out an album that was live at Red Rocks, and it's great.
That's that one performance of a Sick Sad Little World.
Yeah, where he rips that crazy solo.
Yeah. You gotta go, man. You dig
I
it.
want to. I always wanted to.
What is Incubus up to these days? Are they still touring? Or?
Yeah, I'm actually going to see them in a couple weeks at the Hard Rock.
I remember you saying that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he bought the tickets.
Yeah.
Nice.
So,
hell yeah.
You know, it's a wedding gift.
Yeah, I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
Did you get to hang out in Denver at all?
A little bit, yeah, because we got in town on Friday night, and we left Tuesday morning because it was a Labor Day show.
Right.
So the show was on Monday. And yeah, we got to explore a little bit of downtown Denver, and I liked it, man.
Did you go to 16th Street?
Don't know what that is.
It's like the walking mall. You probably went there.
Probably.
Yeah.
I just didn't know it by name.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, no, I mean, like, the people were great. I mean, the scenery is amazing. The weather was perfect. It was, like, low 80s, high 80s, sunshine. Mm-hmm. And, yeah, Denver was pretty cool. It was expensive. But
yes, it is. It's very expensive.
Yeah. But, no, yeah, it was beautiful. It was the first time I've ever, like, stayed there. Because I've driven through it a couple times, like, whenever we were coming back and forth between here and Oregon. But never actually stayed there. And it was great. I want to go back.
Do you know that's where I'm from?
What?
Yeah.
Really?
I was born in Denver.
No joke.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Really? Yeah. I thought you were born and raised in
Oh, fuck no. No.
Like, I just assumed that everyone in was like you.
No. No, dude. No, I moved there. I moved to Oklahoma when I was 10. But I was born in Denver. And when I was, lived there till I was 6. And then we moved to New Jersey for 4 years. And then Oklahoma.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's quite a little trek there.
But my brother still lives in Denver. So I go there sometimes. So.
Yeah. Next time you go, I want to go with. I want to hang out and do.
Hell yeah. I'll show you the good shit.
Right? Yeah. Show me the happening spots.
Yeah. If this fucking pandemic ever ends.
Yeah, dude.
If we can get some competent policies.
Yeah.
Anyway, so tell me about Oregon. Because you two were living together, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Tell me about that.
We've lived together on multiple occasions.
Oh, really?
We were roommates in Tahlequah at one point. I think that was the first time.
Yeah, that was the first. Madison
Twice.
House.
The one in Madison.
Mm-hmm.
And then, 3 places in Oregon? In Eugene?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I moved up there with my wife, I guess.
Soon to be.
Soon to be.
He's getting married.
Yeah, that's happening. And
That's happening. Oh, What if Jordan? What if Jordan heard you talking?
She's not gonna watch this, so it's
I'm gonna send her. Yeah. Look how this man is insulting you on the eve of your wedding.
It is a week, 2 weeks away.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's coming up.
Yeah, dude.
We lived in Oregon for a year, and then I talked him into coming up there, and
yeah.
So
wait, how long after you moved up there?
A year. So I lived a year up there with Jordan, and then I talked him into coming. And
yeah, because didn't you move like whenever we left the house on Madison? Didn't that when you guys went to Oregon? Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell me about your decision to move to Oregon.
Well, I mean, I was born here and raised in Tulsa, and never lived anywhere outside of the state. Mm-hmm. And never explored much of the country outside of Oklahoma. Mm-hmm. And so I wanted to I was ready for a change, a little bit of different perspective of the world. And my best friend was already up there, and we were talking about it, and he's like, dude, just come up here with us, man. It's like, we've already lived together, so many times before.
Mm-hmm. I was like, I know how you are as a roommate, so.
Right? I was like, you know what, dude? Yeah, I will. And it was strange, too, because, like, when I was talking to my family and stuff, nobody really believed me. Like,
that you were going to go?
They were like, yeah, okay, yeah, you're going, sure. And they kept getting closer and closer, and especially, like, my mom. It was, like, 2 weeks before I went, and it's like, wait, you're really going? I'm like, yeah. I'm going, man. And, yeah, I'm really glad I did, man. Oregon, I loved it when I was up there. Yeah.
What year did you move out?
I left... I was up there for the entirety of the Trump administration. So right after the election is when I moved to Oregon.
Like 2017, I think. Because we moved January 2016. And then I think you showed up like...
It was like right after Christmas.
Winter? Yeah.
It was like December 28th or something.
Yeah.
Dude, I remember that drive up there was so nerve-wracking. And you guys had no idea.
Because you were following us.
Yeah.
That's right, because we came back to visit for Christmas and brought him with us back.
Yeah.
That's what y'all did a caravan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's, I think we tried to do it in like 2 days, right?
We did do it in 2 days.
Yeah, so we did, and this is like a 32-hour drive.
1,900 miles.
So you have to split it up into like 17 hours a day driving.
Jesus Christ.
And I had nobody to trade off with. I was driving by myself. 17 hours.
How did you stay awake?
I managed.
Yeah. Did you at any point have to like slap yourself?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like there's times where you feel your eyes getting heavy. You're just like, trying to psych yourself up and stuff. Or I'd call Bryan and be like, dude, talk to me for a second.
Yeah.
But what was so nerve wracking about it is, okay, so beforehand I was like getting a lay of the land from Bryan, like, what's the weather like, all this kind of stuff. Like, does it snow a lot? And it's like, dude, no, it didn't snow up here. It's never snowed since we lived here. Mm-hmm. Moved back, freaking ice storm. Yeah. And we're maybe, I don't know, where was that? Like those windy roads.
That was...
along the river or something.
So was it are you talking about when we were staying in Salt Lake?
No, this is when we were actually in Oregon.
We were coming back.
Yeah.
So it was like right outside of Eugene, I think.
Yeah.
Like maybe an hour and a half. It had to be probably coming like from... It had to be that highway where we go through Bend and all that.
Yeah, because it was like
and
scenic
like
and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so it's a lot of like single lane roads, windy, up and down mountains, sharp, steep drop off. They've got a 4-wheel drive SUV and Jordan driving, and it's ice and snow.
Yes.
And so she's just cruising along, happy go lucky, I'm following them, and I have no service, so I don't have a map of where I'm going. I can't call them if I lose track of them, and I'm in my piece of junk Buick Century with bald tires.
Oh my God.
And so I'm doing everything I can to stay within like sight lines of her, and I'm just like fishtailing off the roads, and just like I almost thought I was gonna lose it at one point in time. And it's pitch black darkness.
Jesus Christ.
And like,
unbeknownst to us, we're just hanging out and driving.
I can see this in my head right now. It's like jump cut between each scene. You guys are like, do, 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 do. And he's like,
dude, yeah, that's like, it writes itself. But like, I really understood like the expression, like a white knuckle drive after that, because like I was literally gripping it like with all my strength just to like feel secure. And I remember once we got out of it, we were like in a small little like one stoplight town, And I pulled up next to Jordan. I was like, "Can we please pull over?" She goes, "Oh yeah, sure, no problem. What's up?"
Yeah.
And I come over and I step out of the car and I had to just gather myself and like breathe for a moment. And she's like, "What's going on? Do you have to pee?" I was like, "No." I was like, "You were driving so fast and I almost fell off the road." She goes, "Oh, I'm sorry. I had no idea." And it's just like, dude, that was the most stressful drive of my life. And I enjoy driving. Like, you know, it was a trek to get there. I felt like it was sort of like, do you really want it? Do you really want to move to Oregon, you know? Right. And it was like the last little final test.
Just test.
This is the gauntlet.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It's interesting how life does that, isn't it?
Oh, dude, yeah.
It always fucking happens when you're like finally making some kind of big change.
Mm-hmm.
Like you got to go through like the final level, like the boss level.
Yeah. That was definitely the boss level there. And I probably had like 2 hit points left. No potions, no nothing.
How nice would it be to have a quick save in real life?
Dude. Quick save,
Just
you
like,
kidding me?
wow, yeah, I'm gonna redo that one.
Reload, restart. For sure.
It'd be very nice.
Wouldn't it?
Yeah.
But then, you know, that's not what life is, man, you know? That's what life is.
Only get one.
You are the sum of your experiences, you know, so... Yeah.
Learn through failure.
Yeah, sure thing. But, and then another thing on top of that, to end that drive, that was like, I think the 16th or 17th hour that I was on the road. Mm-hmm. So I was already like there.
We were almost there, so it was, yeah.
And I remember that one time I was following you and you wanted to be a NASCAR driver in Utah.
Yes,
You're doing like 95 around these bends.
I really wanted to get to that hotel.
Yes,
I was
you
very
did.
tired.
I was sitting there, like my tires were just like going around the freaking corners. I was like, what is going on?
Through these mountains, and I was just like, oh, we gotta get there, man. I'm so tired. And I knew we were close, so I was just like, okay, I can get there in 20 minutes. Let's go.
And is Utah as pretty as I think it is?
Dude, yes.
Yeah,
it's
gorgeous.
Amazing.
Really?
Even our hotel, like we stayed at nothing fancy. What is the one you guys always stay at? The La Quinta.
Yeah.
La Quinta?
Yeah.
You stayed at a La Quinta?
Yeah, it's a perfect like $80 a night, but like it's always they're always nice.
Yeah.
Except for the one in Southern California.
Yes, that was rough.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys went to California?
On the way back, yeah, we stayed.
When was that?
I was on the way back here, on the move.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
True.
That was a piece of shit.
Yeah, but
I wish I could remember that town because I would suggest everybody to never fucking go there.
it was a rough part of California. Yeah. It was really sketchy. A lot of like the hotels surrounding us. It just seemed like maybe like a homeless camp as well, and like all the doors are open and everybody's just sort of meandering about and there's just loud music going on.
Were you guys in the LA area?
No, it was more like it was closer to the border. I feel like maybe wasn't it to Arizona or
maybe like Sacramento's popping in my head, but I don't think it was Sacramento.
Maybe it was outside of Sacramento.
Was it?
Maybe outside San Diego.
It was like a suburb of Sacramento. I think.
Why did we go through California? I forgot.
That's just the way we went. I don't know. Because the weather.
We didn't want to take the.
We didn't want to go through all the snowy mountains and stuff.
Oh, you guys thought about me. Thanks.
Yes, we were thinking about you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we were trying to avoid all the weather, so we just went straight down.
But just to backtrack a bit, though, Utah, the La Quinta we stayed in, we got there at night, and then I think in the morning we opened up our window, and it's just snow-capped mountains.
Whoa.
Like, beautiful, like, postcard stuff.
Yeah, because it's like pitch black out there. It's just kind of in the middle of nowhere. And so we didn't see all the mountains surrounding us.
Right.
Until we woke up that next morning, and it was just like the whole city completely surrounded by it. It was great.
Nice.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah, I loved the scenery there. Didn't really care for the people, if I'm being honest. They're kind of
Mormons.
Nothing against.
He doesn't like Mormons.
Wait, could you repeat?
He doesn't like the Mormons.
Can't stand them. Get out of here.
What's wrong with the Mormons?
Freaking plates and gold and aliens and stuff. No, I just felt like maybe it was just Salt Lake in general, and it was just they had the very much like the attitude of get the tourists out of my town, sort of thing. Like, we can't be bothered with you guys. Because I was like, walking in, it's like, this is a beautiful city you guys have here and everything. They're just like,
Oh, just really cold.
Yeah. It's like, oh, dude, come on, I'm trying to,
Yeah.
talk about the natural splendor.
We understand it's beautiful. Get out.
Yeah.
Get out of our city.
Yeah.
Oh, you like caffeine in your Coca-Cola? Bye.
No, but yeah, man, it was a lot of beautiful parts of the country that I discovered on that move that I didn't really even think about, like parts of Idaho, Montana.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't we go through Wyoming?
No, I don't think so. Unless we hit like the corner of it, maybe.
Yeah, I haven't done that.
Do you know why they call it Wyoming?
Why?
I don't know. I'm asking you.
Oh, no.
It's a joke. No extra charge.
Hey.
What's with Wyoming being called Wyoming?
That's a good Seinfeld.
Thank you. I've been working on it.
You got any airline snacks or anything like that?
What's with peanuts?
Do you have a Type 5?
Type 5. What?
You never heard that before?
What's Type 5?
That's like a 5-minute stand-up comedy bit. It's a Type 5. Oh. Like your go-to material.
And I was doing stand-up for a bit.
And you didn't have a Type 5?
No, I had a Type 5.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying type.
Oh, no.
That's what I thought.
Like, I was like, what's a Type 5? Is that a...
It's,
nasalies.
Yeah. That's no excuse for poor enunciation.
Type 5's a level
I will
of diabetes,
enunciate.
I think.
Dude, I got Type 5. But I never even got to go to 5.
But you never got to the 5?
No.
Is that what you said?
No, because it was open mic. So you get a Type 2.
Oh, man.
You get Type 2 maybe.
Well, if you're killing it, don't they just sort of like let you go a little bit, or
Fuck no.
Oh, no?
They give you the light and get you the fuck out.
get the hook?
So
yeah, dude.
I saw, I was looking it up the other day that the Looney Bin here, they do open mic nights and it's 3 to 5 minutes.
What?
Yeah.
That's very generous.
Maybe
Yeah.
throw your hat back in the ring.
Maybe.
Might be nicer here. I don't know.
It might be nicer. Because I already told you my experience in Austin, right?
Yeah.
Didn't go well.
I can tell you about it. Let's take a quick break so I can charge the camera, and I'll tell you about it. Hey, we'll be right back.
We
Is
rolling?
that like a thing?
We on?
You do that to test the levels?
Because that captures audio.
I was talking about grabbing your junk.
Oh, yeah. That's
part
a
of
thing.
it.
Me grabbing...
That thing.
That's what the thing is.
That's what it is.
Oh, dang.
Well, the song is actually pretty close to it. Because I wrote a theme song for this. Can you hear it with your ears? Can you see it with your eyes? Can you feel it wiggling between your quivering thighs? That thing with James. Once every millennium, something will come along. When you feel it, you will know it, because it's coming on strong. That thing with James. Sit back, relax, deep breaths, no stress. Let me come inside your mind. I promise you it won't take long. The change will happen soon. You will feel something so special growing deep within you. That thing with James. That thing with James. That's me. That's the
You're
official
James.
theme song. Yeah.
I feel like I've been activated now. Like that was the code they had to tell like the sleeper agent.
It's Manchurian Candidate code. Yeah, dude.
You used to play your guitar when you did it.
I did, yeah.
Yeah, the whole music to it too.
I did.
Yeah.
It wasn't more like it was more singing. It wasn't like directed.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was very like what is
Spoken word.
No, I was saying like I was gonna say transient, but that's not it. Felt like it put me in a trance the way you were.
Oh yeah.
Hypnotic.
I have that power.
Do you?
Yeah.
Are you a hypnotist?
No, well, not officially.
Not officially.
No.
Just part time.
You learn in the
I'm a
art.
part-time hypnotist.
Yeah. Impromptu.
Yeah. Impromptutist. And that's why I don't do open mics anymore.
Hey man, know your lane.
No, I would like to get back into open mics here.
Yeah.
And might have a better time. Yeah, Austin was just very cliquish.
I feel like Austin would be kind of
dude, it was
like that.
super cliquish.
Yeah.
Not even just in the comedy scene, like for
Well,
all
Bryan
sorts
was-
of shit.
What?
You were telling me about the comedy scene in Austin now, or was it in Austin about all these?
That's where
comedians,
everybody's moving. That's where like Joe Rogan, Tom
But
Segura.
you're saying they're doing
people.
like these open mics or doing like.
Oh, that's the Kill Tony show.
Segura's moving there?
They moved there.
Well, no, but I thought you said like a lot of comedians were coming down there and just doing like.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. So they like try out there when they're doing arenas and stuff.
Yeah.
I looked online. You can go to their shows for like $20, and like Joe Rogan and Tim Dillon, like all those guys will just show up there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Austin's had like a pretty thriving comedy scene since at least the 90s.
Yeah.
I know. Oh God, Christ! What's his name?
Jesus?
The dead one.
Yeah.
Basically. No, the
Guy's hilarious.
Tool used to feature this comedian.
Killed, man.
Oh Jesus!
Tool used to feature a comedian.
Yeah,
Tool, like the band.
You said
yeah.
he's
He used to
dead now?
open for them all the time. Yeah,
What? A comedian would open for.
The only
Tool.
one I can
Yeah.
think of is Jim Brewer opens for like Metallica and different.
Not Jim Brewer.
That is-
But he's still alive.
Jim Brewer is like a weird ivermectin anti-vaxxer guy now.
Is he really? Mm-hmm. That's unfortunate.
He's still hilarious.
Tool,
Yeah.
comedian.
A Tool comedian.
Yeah.
Funyuns, man.
How'd he die?
Bill Hicks.
Oh, Bill Hicks.
Oh,
yeah.
Bill Hicks.
Because they feature
He's from Austin.
they
isn't he?
feature Bill Hicks like in some of their
Yeah.
songs, and he used to
didn't know that.
open for them a lot because Maynard loved Bill Hicks.
His name is Maynard.
Hicks, I know it's a weird name. Bill Hicks is from Houston originally, but
yeah.
he really got his. He actually went out to L.A. and then came back and did a lot of shit in Austin, as I understand it. And they've got like the Moon Tower Comedy Festival there.
Moon Tower? Mm-hmm. I'd
Because-
like to go to a Moon Tower.
Do you know what the Moon Towers are?
I do not.
They're basically
at the
because
Moon
there's like
Tower.
no street lights. Well, there are some now, but for much of
What, in Austin?
for much of the time there were
Texas thing, isn't it?
no because it's like they
That was
say
in
it's
Dazed and Confused too. That's what
light
they do.
pollution.
They go party at the Moon Tower.
that thing they climb up. So the Moon Towers were just these big. They look like radio antenna sort of things. They're just big, tall towers with big old halogen lights at the top of them.
Moon Tower.
And that's what Austin had in lieu of street lights. So let me tell you, driving at night in Texas in general sucks because there's like no fucking street lights.
Yeah.
It's fucking weird. And everyone's driving these huge fuck you pickup trucks
Oh, yeah, for sure.
with their so it's basically everyone's got their high beams on if you're driving a normal person car.
And then drivers in Texas are already just
Dude, they're assholes.
ridiculous. And the thing
They're
is, like,
fucking assholes.
what I noticed is like everybody's like, "Oh, we just drive fast." It's like, well, it's not that you're just driving fast. It's like you got a 5-lane highway. The dude in the left lane's going 100. This guy's going 50. This dude's doing 60. It's like, come on.
Yeah.
You got to stay on your toes.
It's like a good example of just like the Texas mentality in general of like, fuck you, I'm gonna run you over, get out of my way, come take it. Yeah. Texas. Yeah. It's fucking weird, dude. Oh, and don't dare ever tell a Texan, don't talk shit about the Alamo. Because I used to talk about this, it's like, why is... Yeah, they get so defensive about the Alamo. And it's like, they lost, right? No, it's Texas. Don't talk about it like that.
Okay.
Like,
Never,
I
never forget, right?
never forget
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you say that in Texas, they don't think about 9/11. They think about the
about
Alamo.
the Alamo. Yeah.
Ozzy Osbourne pissed on it, and he was banned from. I don't know if it was all of Texas, but he was banned for a really long time.
Yeah.
from that area.
Probably worked out best for both parties in that situation.
Probably.
I don't think Ozzy wanted to spend much time in Texas.
Like, oh no, I can't go back to Texas. Darn.
Which one is that?
That building you pissed on. Like, they care about it.
Well, I remember for a while there where Texas was seriously trying to secede. Remember that?
Yes. And they're still talking about it.
Of course they are.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Please leave. We don't. Yeah. Hey, if you're from Texas, just leave. Just go.
Yeah. Like
I don't mind
Texas. I call Texas like libertarian Mecca. Because that's like fucking libertarian land is Texas.
Well, it's kind of, yeah. I always heard too, like or not rumors, just people talk about Tulsa is trying to like model itself after Austin, kind of.
A little bit. It's because they
gotten
also
that vibe.
it's like Portland, Austin, and then Tulsa all have
keep
the
it weird.
keep it weird.
Yeah.
Wait, Tulsa's got to keep it weird thing?
Yeah. I remember after like when it was kind of changing downtown, you'd see stuff like keep Tulsa weird. Like they just completely stole.
Yeah.
If like it's at that juncture where like if you're saying keep it weird, you're not weird anymore.
Yeah.
If you have
now
to
they're
say
trying to
weird.
make it weird.
Yeah, the fact that you're keeping and adhering to something like, you're not.
It wasn't weird. Now it's weird. So make it weird should be
Make it, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe just weird.
Weird.
Weird, dude. Weird.
The weirding way.
Hey.
You read Dune? No?
Tell me about it.
And it's at that moment I'm gonna have the camera like zoom in on your face. Dune is like one of the absolute best sci-fi books of all time. It's fucking epic. It's so good. And there's a new Dune movie coming out like next month or something.
Well, they keep prolonging it because of that deal with the straight to streaming thing. They've been fighting that director Dennis.
He wants it just in movie theaters.
Yeah, he said this movie should be just that's how he wants it seen, and he knows that if it goes straight to streaming, people are just going to start watching it. But it's the dude who did like
Dennis Villeneuve,
The Arrival.
Oh, Dennis Villeneuve?
Yeah,
dude,
he did Blade Runner 2049.
Dude, he's good. I like his work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, I'm on board already.
It looks good. Looks great.
Yeah.
Have you seen Enemy?
Huh?
Have you seen Enemy?
Enemy?
It's really good. It's Jake
Gyllenhaal.
I don't know. Maybe
he
not.
Finds a doppelganger.
You would know. You would know if you'd seen it.
No,
it leaves a mark on you.
Is it that same director?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I'll have to
like
check
one
it
of his
out.
earlier ones.
Yeah,
no. I have
people
to check
who have
out.
seen it, they know the scene.
He did Prisoner, right? The Prisoner with Jake Gyllenhaal and Hugh Jackman. Didn't he do that one?
I don't know.
I like to call him Huge Ackman.
Huge jacked man.
Huge jacked man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's good.
Dude, did you see Logan? That movie?
Dude.
That was heartbreaking.
It was great.
That was so good.
I loved it. It's my favorite huge jacked man piece.
I only saw it once.
Yeah.
But it was great. Yeah.
It was very good.
That's all I have to say about that.
So, what's it like in Eugene, Oregon?
Weird, dude.
You guys said it always smells like body odor and weed because there's so many hippies.
I didn't notice
That's just what the town smells like.
Is that how the town smells?
Maybe his olfactory is working harder than mine. I didn't notice it. I mean, I noticed the weed smell, of course, but not the body odor lingers. Well, there's a big homeless problem, so you run into that, you know.
Yeah, we talked about that on the.
That's like real big all over the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah, the whole West.
Well, you know, that documentary Wild Wild Country. Did you ever see that on Netflix? About
I don't think I watched it.
Rosh Hashanahs, I think is what they are.
Rosh Hashanahs. I don't know if that's it because I get it mixed up with the fucking Bill Hader, Fred Armisen show. What's it? The documentary.
Oh, Documentary Now.
Yeah.
I love Documentary Now.
They did one with that.
Have you seen the episode with was it called Batshit Country or? I don't know how they
it was something.
Oh, where they were like living with this homeless guy?
No, it's because each episode is based off of a real documentary.
Right.
But they did a 2-part one that's based off of this Wild Wild Country on Netflix. That's based on these these people who moved in this like small town and like completely took it over in Oregon. But like Owen Wilson plays the guy. It's fucking hilarious. It's really good.
Kills it. He gets hit by a car.
But yeah, that whole situation was very bizarre. They were like poisoning the town. Like this really happened, and they made their own.
You should look into it.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. It's that guy. I used to watch
like a
videos of
guru or
his.
something.
Yeah, and he was like, dude, yes, I know the one. I know the one.
Yeah,
but
I used to
there's a
watch his
crazy
videos like
lady.
before this shit.
Really?
Yeah, like he was on YouTube. I was like,
Well,
this
it's
is
on like
interesting.
it was in the 70s.
Osho was his name. Osho.
Yeah, he's probably still doing stuff.
I think he died.
I think he died.
Or you can
I
find
think
his stuff.
because they
Yeah.
started. He was all old, and they were when they were trying to charge him, they were flying him all over, and then they were just like,
Right.
okay, just let him
Oh, yeah,
die.
that's
And they came in with like a fleet of Rolls Royces and shit. He's like,
But-
when you sit and you breathe into the diaphragm and focus energies
that weird-
into the sacrum of your genitals, circulate and the sexual energies. I almost made him sound German.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
I bought it.
He's got a grandpa from Germany, so
Does he?
your character did. But no, like touching back on the homeless thing, because what they did to they recruited homeless people from all over the country so they could have voting power, basically. And so I feel like that's
That
a
was
reason,
fun.
because like all these people just started migrating to
Right.
Oregon.
Right.
And so I feel like now that's just kind of like the leftovers of it, and it's just sort of like now it's like I don't know. But yeah, there's homeless people there.
Because like
Yeah.
at the end of all of that, they I guess some of them were getting violent or like just out of control, so they put them on buses and they
They were
just
like
dropped
popping
them
off.
Well, they started
dropped
drugging them
in-
too.
Yeah.
They
'cause
dropped them off in Portland, like they just unloaded them off of buses and left them there.
Yep.
Wow.
But yeah,
It's
they
a
were-
wild story.
They were
for
giving
sure.
them like 3 beers a day or something like that, and then they started putting sedatives in the beer because they were getting unruly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's wild stuff, man. Wild stuff. Ron from the kitchen there at the tap house, he said he remembers when all that stuff was going on.
Oh yeah, Otto's dad or his parents were there, and
Okay.
and he still because they made their own money, so you'll
Right.
find quarters that are painted red,
Oh.
and they're still like around in Oregon.
And those are the Osho complex monies.
Yeah, so they just like painted all the change red, and they're like, "This is our money." It's like, well, it's still currency, so it works, but
It's like cutting edge Bitcoin. You know.
I've got one. I don't know if it's like a real one from that, but I found.
I mean,
at work when I was working at the liquor store, someone paid, and I was like, "Oh, interesting." And then,
So was it outside of Eugene where that complex was, or
like-
it was like a
in
different
Eastern
town?
Oregon, I think. Was
Yeah.
it?
or like Central Oregon. It was
Yeah.
like somewhere in the middle. Yeah.
Yeah, some tiny little town, and they just bought up land, and all the people were, well, who's buying all this land over here? What's going on with this? You know?
Yeah.
Who's this feller coming in here? And they didn't take kindly to that.
Yeah.
But no, Eugene itself, I thought was nice. It was lovely. Their streets make no sense, and it's very difficult to get around.
It's kind of like in a valley, isn't it, Eugene?
It is.
Yeah. So Willamette Valley.
Yeah.
It is weird, like navigating it, because everywhere I've lived, I've been pretty well, like I can learn the streets and stuff. There, I felt like
Tulsa's easy because there's a grid.
yeah. Most places you would think would do it that way.
Denver
Except
was
for
perfect.
Denver's a grid. Yeah, it's so easy to
I
get
was taking
around.
like so many side streets. I can take this one. I can take that one. I was like,
It's
this is
so
savage.
fucking easy.
I guess it takes right back to my Airbnb.
Anywhere in Texas though, they're called spaghetti highways because there
Oh, yeah.
are no grids. It's so fucking confusing. Like I love
Welcome to Drive Talk, by the way.
We're click clack and tippity tap. The Drive Talk buddies.
Off the top of your dome.
I'll be here all week. Try the meatloaf.
Yeah.
Why did they call it an oven?
Why?
I'm asking you.
That's your recurring one.
Yeah.
I kind of like it, honestly. I do. Like, if I can just be like, imagine being on the stage and just be like, I'm asking you guys, what do you?
Hey, you know what? Do you know what?
Do you know?
For crying out loud, help.
Yeah.
I imagine there's a lot of chicks with dreadlocks, like white chicks with dreadlocks in Eugene, hairy pits and stuff.
A lot of white dreadlocks.
I've dated this girl.
She lived in Austin too.
Stillwater.
Stillwater.
Well, and Austin too, yeah.
But yeah, man, Eugene was awesome. Like, when I first moved up there, the apartment we were staying at literally was like maybe half a mile, and you could take this scenic hike to the top of Spencer's Butte. Ooh. And you got a beautiful sight of like just the valley and everything around you.
Hell yeah.
And it was only like 2,000 feet, but it felt like, being on top of the world.
See it all. Yeah, it's awesome.
It was gorgeous.
We lived right at the bottom of that, our first place.
Nice.
Yeah, it's like, you're 2 hours away from the ocean, from the redwood forests and stuff like that.
God,
although I never got to go see the redwood forests. But the trees there were just ridiculous. Because, here in Oklahoma, we've got like these big oaks and whatnot, and they're wide and blooming. Mm-hmm. But these trees in Oregon, man, were just towering.
Wow.
It was like being downtown with skyscrapers, but they're trees. And they're so big you can't even fit your arms around half of them.
Yeah.
Wow.
Stuff you would see like in movies. Like I felt like I was in Jurassic Park. Even the ferns were massive.
I would love to go there.
Dude, yeah, you got to.
It looks like a rainforest kind of a thing, which I guess it's sort of similar, although temperate climate, but so much rain and
That was the one negative, dude. I can't do the rain like that, and it was a bummer.
Really?
Yeah.
Would it get like real foggy and misty a lot too? Sort of like Twin Peaks.
It's like when they filmed Twilight and stuff there. So
right.
It's
because
seeing
it's
like the fog go through
coverage.
the trees and stuff was really awesome, especially on the coast on one of those days. Like you just see it kind of rolling off into the ocean is great.
It'd be magical.
Mm-hmm. Dude, in that one spot we went to, I think it's Hesita Beach with the lighththouse. Mm-hmm. That spot was amazing.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. Oh, dude, I want to go.
Dude, yeah, whenever I go back, I'm going to go back to visit eventually. We should all get together and make a group deal.
Yeah, that'd be the shit. Hell yeah. What were the people like?
The people it was nice for the most part. They're very, because growing up here in Oklahoma, it's very, you know what it is, the people, how they are. Yeah. And I've always sort of walked to the beat of a different drum, so it was kind of refreshing to be around like-minded individuals for the most part.
Right.
And one thing I do miss, what I did miss, pardon me, from Tulsa was just the culture and diversity. In Eugene, there's none of it. It's nothing. And you didn't warn me about it, by the way. I feel like you should have.
It's very white.
I'm pretty sure I did.
I don't think you did.
Yeah, I did. Mm-mm. Yeah, because all the time I said, I was like, I don't have any black friends here.
But yeah, and then the people too, I guess growing up in that environment, sometimes they just weren't exposed to people of different cultures and whatnot, and so they would react somewhat strangely or differently from what you would normally assume.
Because they don't know how to act. They don't know, what is this?
Right, yeah. So you run into that here and there, but for the most part, the people were great.
Nice.
I met some great people at my job up there where I worked that I still talk to today and everything. Yeah, it was like that. My buddy Charlie, it was crazy because we grew up in Oklahoma, both of us, and then both moved to Oregon and ended up working at the same place in Oregon.
What was the job?
I was a cook at Gateway Tap House and Grill.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
That's where Jordan
line cook.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Jordan was a bartender there, and for the whole time.
Were you working there?
No, I never.
You worked across the street though.
Yeah, I did. I did work like right across the street at a liquor store.
Okay, liquor. I hardly know her.
Yeah.
Hey.
Zing, zoop, zam.
You're killing it, brother.
We're at about. I think we're at about time for this episode. Would you fellas be down to record an exclusive bonus episode?
Oh, I'm all about the bonus features, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You? Yes. Okay. If you wanna,
again, I don't want to interrupt you before it's over, but if somebody comments, I'll pay the $5 premium. I'll pay it.
He'll do it.
If you comment.
He's fucking serious.
But only if you comment and you say that.
Yeah, you have to comment and say you're tendering his offer.
And if I know you, then I'm not going to pay that. So
only people outside of the LinkedIn first circle.
Yeah. So if I don't know you,
LinkedIn?
No.
right. Yeah. So if I know you, then I'm not giving you $5. But if I don't, I will.
That's a very generous offer, Bryan.
Yeah.
You should take him up on it. And you can access weekly. Every damn week I put out one new bonus episode, and you can access those via patreon.com/ThatThingWithJames. You'll get access to the new bonus episode, plus the library of all previously recorded and released bonus episodes, whatever random content I ever feel like uploading. And also, it just makes you feel good to help support independent entertainer. So
hell yeah.
Do it.
Patreon.com/ThatThingWithJames. You can find me on social media. I'm on Instagram and Twitter. And a little bit TikTok. If my phone can fucking stop freezing up and shit. My handle is @JamesJ Asher. You can also email me with business inquiries, suggestions for stories or subjects to cover on the show, or if you just want to say nice things to me, email me at thatthingwithjames@gmail.com. And also, you guys too, if you guys ever surf Reddit?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I've got a subreddit.
Do you really?
r/thatthingwithjames. What? Yeah, it's very lonely. It needs. It's very neglected. It's a neglected wife who could really get off on some bad memes.
I bet you she could.
Oh yeah.
Well, I'll upvote that.
Hell yes.
It's reddit.com.
Reddit.com/r/thatthingwithjames.
I'm gonna check that website out.
Yes. Oh yes. Check out that website. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the show. And as always, share the show with your friends. I love you. I'll catch you next time. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Peace.